The aim of the Greening of Masonry Walls project is to try and understand why it is that walls, especially sandstone walls in the north and west of Britain, are becoming green. Now, this may not be a problem or it may be a problem, and really what our project is trying to do is understand why it's occurring and then to try and tackle the issues of whether it is a problem or whether indeed it could be seen as an advantage. The Greening of Masonry Walls project thinks that climate change is a very important, or one of the very important causes of this greening of walls. In order to understand why these walls are becoming greened, which is actually a very complicated issue, we need to take a multidisciplinary approach. And what we're doing in our project is we're breaking it down into three component parts. So firstly, we're looking at what's going on a series of test walls and measuring the moisture content variations in those walls and looking at any greening as it occurs. Secondly, on the test walls and also on existing walls, we're using molecular methods to identify the microbial communities that are responsible for the greening. And the third element is to take some small blocks in a lab experiment, grow some green algae on them and try and understand in detail what those algae are doing. These three strands then become really closely interlinked and it enables us to produce a much more holistic viewpoint of what's going on. There's quite a lot of novelty about this project, and one of the key things of course is bringing together these three different types of techniques. But several of the techniques are applied in a very novel way. So using the geotom, the 2D resistivity surveys to investigate moisture and algal communities is a new application. And although the molecular methods that we're using are fairly old hat for microbial ecologists, they're very new in terms of looking at these algal communities on buildings. The project is actually a 3-year project, and the early phases of this involve going out and surveying real walls within Belfast and other places. And then the test walls are operating for about a year and a half, and alongside this we're carrying out the range of experiments and molecular identifications in the lab. And the idea is then that the project is not only interlinked in terms of the three themes, but they build up a logical kind of progress of ideas and information over time. The ultimate aim of a project like this, of course, is to be an applied project, so to convey our information to people who are managing these walls in the real world. Because of this applied dimension of the project, one of the key outputs is going to be the production of some kind of fact sheets for people who are involved in managing buildings. And these will tell them a little bit about why walls go green and what they should do about it, whether indeed it's something they should worry about or whether under some circumstances they might be able to leave the green in place. This is a very exciting project to be involved with. It's very timely because there are lots of worries about the potential impacts of climate change and also great interest in what might come as a result of improving air quality in cities. And it's also very exciting to be involved in a project that just links so many different techniques and so many different people from a range of academic backgrounds.